What's up, everybody? It is hot, so if you're wondering what we've been up to around here, I'm just going to take you on a garden walk. It is the first week in July, and we have literally been touching 100 degrees here, so I'm going to just give you a walk around and see how the garden's fared. We've had some record highs in the month of June, which, oh gosh, I don't know if it did much damage on the garden, but it sure did damage on the gardeners. I believe the heat index reached 117 one day. Yeah, so that's miserable, y'all. Nobody wants to pick flowers in that kind of heat. I did have our last U-pick, the last of June, and then July 1st I had a private U-pick. We had 10 people that came and picked, and they came here super early in the morning, so it wasn't too hot. But here's the way the zinnia field looks. So between the rain and the heat, I mean, they're not too bad, but you can see right here what I was talking about earlier about black spot in an earlier video. You can start seeing the black spot set in, and I'm not even going to worry about treating it because this is about to be mowed down, and we'll start planting mid-July for sunflowers and getting everything ready for the sunflower festival. So I just wanted to kind of show you how this garden section looks, the U-pick zinnia field. So let's move on to the mid-garden. All right, so along with the heat and all the rain, weeds and grass grow. So let me tell you, it's hard to keep ahead of it because it's so hot. I mean, you can literally work for a couple hours early, first thing in the morning, and then you're like drenched. So the Sweet William is looking really sweet. As you can see there, sorry for the shadow. This is one of my favorite, y'all. One of my favorites. Look at the little dragonfly. So pretty. But along with the Sweet William is weeds. I don't know what these things are, but I hate them. Hate them. Yeah, and so I've lost some of them. You can see here from all the rain we had, we've lost a bunch. There's a bunch thriving, but these are perennials, so same with the yarrow. Y'all remember how beautiful this yarrow looked back in the spring? This is what it does in the summer, but don't worry. It'll spring back up as soon as we get cooler weather in the fall, and then it'll overwinters. And then in the spring, it'll be back tall again, full of blooms. I basically come in here after the summer's over, and I just take all this dead stuff out. And this is the 4th year with this yarrow, so don't worry about the yarrow. I've got some Gumphrena from last year that self-seeded and popped up everywhere. Look at this azuratum though. Wow, it is loving the heat, and it's full of pollinators, so we'll just let this be. Look at, I don't know if you can see all the pollinators. Let me see if I can get a close-up. Look at that. They're just working it. If you can see them or hear them. We love our little native honeybees. They're so busy working. Whoops. Let's see. Oh, we have some different stuff flying around there with them, but look at that. Go get them, girls. Or boys. But yeah, so the azuratum is absolutely thriving. We're just going to leave that for food for all the pollinators. And here is the lemon basil, same thing, full of bees, full of little worker bees. So we'll just leave that be. And oh my gosh, the grass, the weeds, it's terrible. And then of course we let the bee balm go to seed. And we'll take a walk down here. So of course all the snapdragons. I think I'm just going to take all those out this year and try to clean the beds out good and retop them with compost before fall. And the dahlias have taken a huge hit. I remember, I think it was the last video I did. You can see where they've broken off at the ground from the wind. We had like huge wind and hailstorms pass through here in June, and now the heat is just really taking a toll on these guys. But I mean, they're still going at it. They're still producing blooms, as you can see here. I haven't deadheaded anything since the last U-pick. But what the wind didn't get is still, you know, trucking along. And I will come in through here maybe August and chop them off. I'll chop them all off and give them a good cut. And I probably will have blooms at the Sunflower Festival, actually. And these guys bloom all the way through the first frost. And look at me sweating. It's hot out here. Let's carry on here. All right, now we have the bachelor buttons, and they are about done. We still have some little buds throughout, but for the most part, they are done. They're not liking the heat so much, but so what I've been doing with the bachelor buttons is drying them. So I've been taking these pretty little blooms off of there, and I've been drying them for resin projects, which will be a new thing for us this year. We'll have them available in the gift shop for the Sunflower Festival. So resin art, I guess you would call it. But most of the resin things I'm making are practical, like cutting boards and coasters and whatnot. Oh, and look at the Gumphrena. It is doing amazing. Gumphrena is one of those like workers on the farm. Like, they just keep going and going and going. And I need to get out here and harvest some of these to dry. These are the best things to dry. And of course there's pollinators in the Gumphrena too. And you can see, like, this is the first year I've grown the carmine, and it's a beautiful color, but some of it I've already missed the opportunity to cut because they're drying up out here. And the purple is always a big hit with customers. But yeah, and these poor guys over here took the brunt of the wind, and even with the netting, they're so top heavy, it's laid them over. So I know one year I did 2 layers of netting, and that seemed to work, but we've just had a super busy season, a lot of U-picks and stuff, so just didn't have a lot of maintenance time this year. All right, let's move on over here. The little bridge is still holding up great. And here are the beautiful Venere's giant zinnias. They're doing great. But look, even these, it's just so hot, just so hot. We've got the Oklahomas down there, and the rest of these are Venere's wine, coral, red, and then these are the Charleston farmhouse seeds I got. These right here were a customer favorite. I don't know if you can see the different colors in that, but they're looking pretty pitiful. And sadly, you guys, I had a snake caught in the net over there. I think I had mentioned that in a previous video as well. It's a little rat snake, and he got himself all twisted up. I keep that netting there to keep the rodents out. But I mean, look at this. Look at the grass. Like, we cut this twice a week, and it is just taken over. Everything looks so dry. I've cut the eucalyptus back. Dusty Miller's looking good. He's a baby lizard. Look how cute that thing is. Can you see him? Let's see, where's he at? Where'd he go? There he is. Look how cute he is. We've already cut all the lyssies. Got volunteer tomatoes growing in this bed, but look at that. It's full of tomatoes. I cut all the status back, and it's tried to regrow. The celosia, about done. I mean, it will keep going, but when it gets this hot in the greenhouse, which look how hot it is in here, even with the ventilation fans, it's hot, 100 degrees. It starts looking bad too. So, and the stalk, if you can see the stalk over there, you can see the stalk, the pink over there, it is just finishing up as well. Wow, this coleus, oh my word, it is, I don't know if you can tell how tall it is. Let's see if I can stand next to it here. Look at this, it is past my waist. It's chest high. Isn't that crazy? It absolutely loves this hot, humid greenhouse. I mean, it is huge, and we've cut on it and cut on it. This one right here is my favorite, this watermelon coleus. Look how pretty, and it's like shooting blooms. But yeah, the coleus is just, man, it's loving it. And these coleus right here are the ones I started from seed, and I still have them in the little 4-inch pots, and they're like going to town. So I will put these out probably for the fall, around September. But wow, it's beautiful. I don't know if I'm the only one that loves coleus this much, but I have so many different varieties, even in the front garden beds around the pole barn up there, around the flower barn. I've got them planted just for ornamental. I love them. They're such, it's a easy way to bring color into the garden without, being flowers. Love this chartreuse. This one was a cool one right here. Bourbon Street, I think is what it's called. During the farm tour, everybody wanted it, and I didn't have any. And I do have some backup dahlias, and we do have a loquat tree growing in here. And more lemon basil, and look at the difference in this lemon basil than the one that's out in the hot sun. So this lemon basil is also chest high and thriving, and we have cut and cut and cut on this, and it is just loving the heat in here as well. And it looks way better because it doesn't get the sunburned leaves on it like out in the garden. And then of course our vegetable garden is moving along. We have cut so many tomatoes, y'all. We have given them away and ate them and gave some to the chickens. I mean, so many tomatoes and bell peppers, all kind of peppers growing right there. Yeah, Maggie has done a tremendous job growing these vegetables this year. Look at that tomato. You see that guy right there? Look how big he is. Of course, the OG garden, we had some sunflowers and gladiolas, and I see some snapdragons blooming. But I'm serious when I say the weeds, you cannot stay ahead of the grass and the weeds. So we are done for the season, and I'm not mad about it because it's not fun working out in this heat. And in fact, a lot of the southern flower farms that I'm friends with, they usually go to July 4th and then they call it quits because it's just not fun being out here. And it's hard to keep the flowers from wilting or burning up in the sun. The foliage doesn't look good. So there are an exception. There are a few farms that are still open for you picks, but kudos to them. I'm not one of them. I just can't take the heat. But yeah, I'm just dripping here talking about it. But anyway, so we closed July 1st was our last U-pick, and we're so excited for fall. We can't wait for the Sunflower Festival. It's going to be huge this year. You guys, got an ant. You guys have to stay tuned because we're going to announce who the entertainment's going to be. We've got some really fun things lined up for that. It's just going to be a great time. We had 800 people here last year, and we're expecting probably double that this year. So buy your tickets. They're on sale on our website, blackbarnblossoms.com. Go ahead before they sell out, and actually you can get the tickets at a discounted price right now. They're $12 each. If you wait till you buy them at the gate, they'll be $15. So you can save some money as well, but go ahead and get those tickets. And hey, if you're a vendor, we're still taking vendor applications. That page is on our website as well. You'll just go to blackbarnblossoms.com and you'll click on vendor applications, fill that out. We will probably pick the vendors probably July 30th or something like that. And then of course there's always a opportunity for your business to sponsor the festival. There's a sponsor page on our website as well. So if you want to sponsor and get your name on all the advertisement and on the stage area, then click on that and apply there as well. But yeah, so we've been rocking and rolling through the heat, and we're ready to take a small break, and then we'll mow everything down and get stuff planted, and we're excited about that. And a little bit of sad news that I hate to end the video with this, but just wanted to share a little bit. I know some of you had asked how she was doing, so we'll give you an update on Miss Lady right now. Just an update on Miss Lady. It's been 3 weeks and she's not better. She got better, and then the canker came back again, and it's not very good. So you can see her here. I'm letting her just kind of have some free time outside. You can see she's pretty much gasping for breath now. And so we're gonna help her cross the Rainbow Bridge today. It makes me very sad because I love that little chicken. We love you, Miss Lady. We'll see you on the other side, okay? But we will humanely euthanize her today. Hate to bring the sad news, but you know, that's unfortunately part of farm life. You know, you get all attached to these animals, and ultimately they're not going to make it. You know, they're not going to live as long as we do, and I don't like to see her suffer. I've tried everything. We took her to the vet and tried 2 different medicines, and just not working. So, and if you're wondering what canker is caused from, it's actually caused from wild birds, especially doves, which we have a lot of around here, and they'll get in their chicken runs and eat some of their food or drink their water, and it causes a bacteria or like a little parasite that gets in their throats and causes the canker. So, which I'm not real sure how it happened, because I feed them inside the barn and the water's inside the barn, but you know, you can't control what they eat outside when they go out to free range or, you know, drink rainwater or whatnot. So, but yeah, sad day. Yeah, I'm sad about that, but you know, that's life. We all got to face that one day, don't we? But you know what? She was great. I've had her probably 6 years, and I got her as a rescue. So there's no telling how old she is. She was already blind when I got her, so she's lived a great life. Just wanted to show you this right here. Look at this coleus. See, I told you I had them sprinkled everywhere. This was the butterfly garden that never got planted because it got too hot. All right, well, thanks for tagging along today. Sorry for the sad news about Miss Lady, but just wanted to share with you where we were in the garden, and we're super excited about the fall. Looking forward to seeing every one of you if you can make it. We had, I think, the furthest away from Louisiana last year, and we're in North Florida, so it'll be a fun time. Just stay tuned, and make sure you follow us on all of our social media, Facebook, Instagram, all the things. We're at Black Barn Blossoms, and we'll see you on the next one. And remember, bloom where you're planted.